a pretty cool thing you could do with minor 7 flat 5 chords is basically, and this is especially helpful if you're not as familiar with the sound of these kinds of chords, is whenever you have a minor 7 flat 5 chord, let's say we have A minor 7 flat 5, so, and for example's sake, let's say it's leading to D dominant 1 minor, which in this case is G minor. So A minor 7 flat 5. To kind of familiarize yourself with the sound a little bit more, one thing you can do is when you're looking at the fretboard, you can think to yourself C melodic minor. So in this case, we're thinking of that minor 7 flat 5 as like the 6th mode, so to speak, of melodic minor. So in this case, it'll be C melodic minor. So while we have this chord, we're thinking that sound, which if we move this down a whole step, we have A minor 7 flat 5, but just moving it up a whole step, now we have that C minor major 7. So anyways, you can kind of think to yourself C melodic minor while you're blowing over A minor 7 flat 5. So and this could, like I said, this is kind of just a way to kind of familiarize yourself with the sound as you're learning it on the fretboard. I would say it's not good to make a habit out of thinking, oh, what's the melodic minor for this chord? But again, just getting comfortable with the sound a little bit. So if we were just kind of riffing off of that chord, we could just think C melodic minor. And that's kind of the idea. So, like I said, this is like, if we were thinking in the context of, now interestingly enough, all these chords, so we have 6 minor 7 flat 5, 2 minor 7 flat 5, D dominant, which you can also think of as like D 7 alt, flat 2, dominant sharp 11, then 1 minor. We could actually do melodic minor subs for all these chords. So like we went over for 2 minor 7 flat 5 or 2 half diminished, think C melodic minor. Now D dominant, D dominant altered. You could think of this as like the 7th mode, so to speak, of melodic minor. So in this case, the melodic minor would be E flat. And then, the root or the 1 minor, just G melodic minor. And like I said before, the D dominant, you could also do that tritone sub, A flat dominant, sharp 11. And that sharp 11 dominant sound you could think of as like the 4th mode of melodic minor. So in this case, the melodic minor for D dominant or D altered, and then the melodic minor for A flat dominant sharp 11 would actually be the same. For this one, it's also E flat melodic minor. So and then if we do that 6 minor 7 flat 5, it's still going to be G flat melodic minor. Now, what's another type of minor 7 flat 5 chord we could do this with? Well, let's say we were in the key of G major. So one chord we could hear sometimes. So let's say we're just moving down. That chord right there. Usually it leads down to something like 4 minor. That chord right there. We could do the same trick with this one as well. So this is C sharp minor 7 flat 5. Usually leads down to like 4 minor, so in this case C, C minor 6. But while we're on this, so the melodic minor in this case would be E melodic minor. Leading down to something like that. That's still this chord. Just adding a little more color tones to it, but that natural 9, which comes with E melodic minor, so. So hopefully you learned something today. Those minor 7 flat 5 chords can be really, you can add a lot of color to them by getting that natural 9 in there. And then, like I said, if you're not as used to that kind of shape on the fretboard, just thinking in terms of a melodic minor up a minor 3rd can kind of get you acclimated to that sound and those patterns. So that's pretty much it.